Welcome to the Jamesy Boy blog. For the last few years, to help fund my bicycle addiction, I have been associated with the Fort William World Cup, which comes here every year, and I am normally the chief of the course, so that means I get to decide almost everything. Line choice, spectator routes, there's a lot of responsibility, but it's quite good fun, and it's a cool place to be if you're not actually fast enough to race a World Cup downhill. But anyway, we're coming into Nevis now, heading up there. This place has been busy all week. It's the STA or National Point Series race, whatever it's called these days. I don't know, it was a BDS. It's like a mini World Cup down there. A lot of fast riders in that car park, but there's one less because I'm heading up the hill. My legs are sore. Turbo session this morning was pretty grim. But I'm trying to keep on top of my fitness because I've got some big races of my own coming up actually quite soon. First one's next month. So next week after the race, this motorway section is going to be made more big. So there's been a little bit of pressure to get things ready for this weekend's race, but the event will be a really good test because certain things like this jump over the Puggy line, top of a motorway section that's been pulled back about 1.5 meters because all the way above from the Hazard Hoofer has been made a lot faster. Here we have a little lip, a little pre-jump into that downslope. Might add a bit of speed. This bit's been reworked. Crappy bits of wood have been removed. Still quite a natural landing, but there have been a few criticisms so far from a few riders as they've been walking down when they probably shouldn't have because the track has been closed. About the new work looking too bike parky. You can't keep people happy, everyone's got opinions, but the truth is that it's going to rut up pretty quick because, let's face it, we live in a bog over here. The ground is very wet, very soft. It's supposed to rain this weekend, but the guys that have done the work, so Mark Hedwick's company, Ronan Taylor is leading the squad, him and his boys, they definitely know what they're doing. So Cheese Grater Bridge, we've got updated berm here. There was an inside and outside line, but now the main berms are on the outside. I predict an inside rut might form. People are gonna be wanting to try and hug this tight line by the trees to get a little root gap over there. But anyway, this is a stump gap, and actually the stumps have kind of been removed, so it's really just, this is the gap. A bit more of a step down. We've got a proper landing underneath this. It is actually a bit of a rock garden that's been well built. It's really firm underneath, so give it time. This is going to rough up and that's going to rut up, and there's going to be a bit of line choice. People are going to be coming in fast. This here is the original takeoff, so the new takeoff is like what, 2 meters further back. It's pretty mental. It's absolutely huge. It doesn't look it, but it's pretty big now. It does have a bit of a lip. That's going to be a bit kicky. This at race speed is going to be actually very easy to clear. But that's okay, because the track does also have to be good for everybody.
Not bad, how are you?
You're on the camera!
In the vlog, right?
Yeah, this is one of the main men doing all the work. Do you know who locked the forestry gate? Because I was wanting to drive up, save my little leggies, so I had to... God damn it, I actually wondered if that was the case as well.
Oh, we rode the turns up there.
Oh,
And
what did you think?
really good actually, because they're tricky turns to ride. They are big, but they work well.
This wall ride's going to get redone. So whilst those guys have done the majority of the actual trail work, I've been trying to add some insight and wisdom and clearing spectator routes so you can actually see the track. So there's now spectator path on both sides of the track, top to bottom, which is pretty sweet, and been clearing a lot of visibility, partly for spectators, partly for safety, partly for the marshals, and also for the TV crews, so they can actually televise the race a little bit better, because that is at the end of the day what it's all about. Oh yeah, so this is the landing of the Hoofer. It's been nicely shaped, it's got some proper drainage these days. You're not going to have a big lagoon when it rains heavy. This is just a big pond. So now we've got a pipe under there, emergency drainage over there. So far the changes are really just tweaks or slight modifications of the existing track, but this set of corners I actually have an idea of something which might really spice it up, which would be cool. There's going to be a slight diversion up here after the wall ride. the big Oakley wall ride might actually get changed slightly. And then the berms above from the big dune have been reshaped. They apparently ride a lot nicer, but the jumps themselves are still to be finished off. It's all just a little bit soft, so we put in this little diversion, which is going to be used for the race this weekend. It's not ideal, but it's the same for everyone. It'll be quite interesting to see people coming through anyway.
It's definitely easier now, isn't it?
The bottom of Fort William was kind of fast and pretty straightforward, but it made it quite technical in a way to try and be able to pedal through the rough and manage the speeds out of these corners. But now it seems like it would be really fast and quite simple.
So I've heard they might start from like Marshall Point 12 area or just above.
Yeah, that was a rumour for a while, but it's not going to happen.
It's going to be the original start.
Yeah.
I like that more. The jumps are tiny.
Aye, so the whole motorway is going to get reworked next week, and it is going to be made bigger, probably 5 or 10 foot bigger each jump.
Now this is what I need.
The red dot, yeah, that means it's filming. Big Cathro, nice to see you. What do you reckon so far?
Well, the right-hander is definitely going to be more enjoyable to ride. I don't know, I feel like I'd want a little bit more spice.
Yeah, I'm hoping to sprinkle a little bit in here and there where I can, but it's not all down to me.
I mean, the new, this is the blue, yeah?
This is the big blue.
Big blue.
Yeah. That's called the big dune. I was suggesting how about a super dune or a huge dune or a massive dune. Just like, I don't know, it would have been cool to have
the
something
bigger
big.
dune.
Yeah.
So like coming out from like the branches.
Yes.
Like
a
a big North Shore bridge.
Yes. Yeah. Make use of those trees. They're really cool because it's sheltered from the wind down here. You don't get those crosswinds.
I have been blown off the dune before. See if the wind comes at like just the right angle.
I
It does
suppose so,
catch
right
it.
down the side of here. Yeah.
No,
It's dangerous of being lanky.
It's cool that some changes are being made because I know this bit was getting a little bit tired in the corner, the big bank corner, and like no one was even really using it.
Yes.
So it's cool it's being freshened up.
Yeah.
It's still really hard when you're looking at stuff. You don't really know how it's going to ride. So
Yeah. Well, that's it. Yeah, the proof will be in the pudding. And
I like
there's a lot of
pudding.
fast boys here to taste the pudding. So,
well, I mean, are we getting to ride that?
Yeah, for the race. No, not for this race.
Oh,
no,
okay.
for the
big race.
the real race.
Well, I might
the proper
not get
race.
to ride that.
Oh yeah.
We'll see.
Well, fingers crossed.
I'm
I think
working
so.
on
Good luck for the weekend. Yeah.
Sweet.
You're stoked for it. Cathro thinks my spectator route looks quite tasty.
All mod guns at Nevis Range.
It's beeping.
Oh, fancy
We're here
camera.
with Howie, captain of Nevis Range course crew. What are we up to? Filling in some holes.
Filling in holes and
I like filling holes.
smooth off a lovely big corner for the BDS this weekend. It'll be, well, with it being a bit wet looking on Saturday, this will make it slightly less bog,
Yeah.
which is always a bonus.
Yeah. And
We'll
this
see how it goes.
is kind of, well, it's this route choice because it's a bit of a diversion round.
Yeah, we've
what's
got
getting
diversion,
done
so the
for-
World Champs later this season, they've built a couple of new pretty huge berms, but the course designer Ronan's a wee bit worried that they're a bit soft still to send 300 people down 8 times.
Definitely.
Thanks for the work.
It's nice of you to be on my little video. It's not an OnlyFans, it's just a sort of regular YouTube thing. It's okay.
Happy about it.
You're all the way from Switzerland to
Yeah,
come and do this race.
sure.
Yeah, and that's in preparation for World Champs, presumably.
Yeah, I hope I will ride there.
You're okay, so you
Still a
don't
little
actually have... Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Wow, and this is your first time in Fort William on the downhill track.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I didn't went up, so
Okay.
it's still
Yeah, because the gondola's actually shut today, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's too windy or whatever.
sad.
So.
Yeah, but
So
I'm a bit nervous.
your first run will be tomorrow morning.
Yeah, fingers crossed for the weekend.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and
You
hopefully
too.
see you at World Champs.
Yeah, I hope so.
Excellent.
And thanks for building.
But no need to cry.
Right.
What is that? Just through hunger or tiredness?
it
or-
might be
Um,
the stress of
But,
taking. Yeah.
but you're actually one of the main doggies behind SGA these days. Is that right? I kind of in charge.
It's only taken 12 years.
Uh-huh.
Maybe, yeah, because my dad's been chairman for about 10 of those.
Yeah.
So, yeah, get dragged along to do the taping.
Aye.
So, Yeah.
Cool, quite a cool scene. And there's some top riders here this weekend as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we've got, I don't know, so elite category, what you normally, an SDA, you're doing well if you get 10 riders.
Yeah,
and I think we've got 70 or 80
My goodness. And what category are you racing in yourself this weekend?
Masters.
Old boys category.
Really
but
good.
you will be riding here at the big race.
Yeah.
The big race in August.
Just trying not to embarrass myself in front of all the big dogs.
Is that a very important role? You'll be sweeping, making sure the track's all clear and safe and...
Yeah, getting the well, maybe if I'm lucky, getting the first run when the track is at its smoothest all year.
Yes, I'll hear that'll be beautiful.
So I don't know if the boys are talking about getting higher up with the digger and maybe doing a wee bit here and there. So
Yeah. And definitely needs a bit of a sprucing up in places.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Oh well, I better let you get busy. You've got a lot more work to do.
I've got a big run to catch up with the boys.
Aye, cool. Okay, right. Nice to see you.
See
Take
you
care.
later.
Cheers.
Bye.
Well, it's been a very interesting day. A lot of people have used the word bike park, followed by something like looks very smooth and stuff like this. I mean, it's true. It's a new track. It's bound to wear in though. We'll see how everyone gets on with it this weekend. It's a nice evening. I might go ride my e-bike. Then I've got some emails and stuff to do. Fun times. Hopefully I'll get some good sleep. So I was biking all day yesterday and then all this morning with Liam. I'm now heading over to Nevis-Range to see some racing.
This bit is mint. It's used to give me the fear because I was always so tired coming into it, but I think now it'll speed it up big time. Unless you were a rider before, you couldn't really tell what was going on there. It's just this stuttery, awkward kind of like pull up and hope.
Local ripper. Yeah, Daniel! The track's holding up quite well. There's a few holes in this berm, but it's actually doing alright. So as a spectator, the track is actually looking quite cool. Visibility is really good. There's path cleared on both sides of the track. And then Stump Gap just behind me is looking quite cool. People are sending it. Like that boy there. This side of the Hoover's looking really good. Might clear a few more trees. And then that wall ride now, that's going to get replaced with something similar but slightly less mouldy and rotten. So the diversion that we put in to save this bit of track behind me seems to have worked quite well. What do you think to all the new changes as a local?
This is a bit different to Fort William, isn't it?
Bit different.
Very smooth, very smooth.
Would you be excited to ride it?
Yep, definitely. Yep, I'd say so.
Hey boy. Thought Bernard would be gapping off that little lip into the backside of that right-hander, but and then the first jump as you cross the puggy line has been reshaped, so people should be sending it and getting a good down slope. So I'm just gonna try and find out. There's not that many people left. That looked like a send to me.
Matt Walker's in the lead.
Ooh, and what's his time?
4 minutes 29.714.
Oh. Nice seat bounce there. Sounds like he's got a puncture. Poor Bruni. Oh, disaster. No. So what time did Laurie do?
4.25.609.
Nice, a 4:25. Yeah, boy. Oh, bit of a case, but he is going fast. Nice, that was cool. Well, as a spectator, I actually quite enjoyed that. I'm aware that the riders maybe want a bit more line choice, so hopefully we can add a bit more spice, and there's so many more changes to be made in time for the World Champs. Hopefully it all comes together, and hopefully you've actually enjoyed this. I'll try and do something bigger and better for the World Champs itself.